Hello everybody, welcome back to Motorsport Manager 2018 season, third season of the Create Your Own Team Challenge. And we are looking to promote for sure from the WTCR to the DTM, the higher level of the GT series. We've got a solid but not spectacular 33-point lead. Still lots of work left to do this year. 5 races remaining. We're going to be off to Munich hoping for Zolt Szabo to show up and do something useful for us. And a 12-hour fix. Martin Haven of Eurosport. And, yeah, another question about the winning driver since it wasn't us. 4 pit stops. We broke our previous record, but we also had a mistake. Jessica Izzo wanted to, or Hughes wanted Izzo fired. I don't see that happening. But we definitely got to take a look at our crew here. Devante still burnt out. Hopefully he'll get over that eventually. And it looks like, now that I look at him, it looks like maybe it just lowered his stats. I don't remember what they were before. Because he was only at 78. I think he was only around, I think he was at lower, he might have been lower on the stamina last time. I'm not sure. In any case, we're going to leave that be. And Izzo's right here. We're definitely going to want to pull Izzo out. We're really hoping to get some tire people in this time. We get a 16 or a 15 on the front jack. We definitely want... We don't want you. We definitely want you. Going to be a really excellent tire individual. And then, yeah, we're going to say no. And no. And then, do we want a 16 on the front jack? I don't think we do. Del Rosario, who has higher stamina than that. And Fedeschi, 74. Why do we have air out here? Looks like we lost another person. I think I do, because better than air. Air is our backup. So yeah, we'll go ahead and hire Luxton in. Okay, so we need to get Fedeschi out of there. We're going to keep Rosario out on the front jack, and then on the rear jack, we're going to switch in Bogdan. And then we really need to fix our tire situation. You can come out. And then next best is going to be Weber. We'll replace Izzo. And then we need to get air out of there as well. And I think Bus here is going to be the best option for that spot. And we need to get Ball out also due to stamina issues. So that means Garut. And all that gets our time down to about where it was, 10.57 seconds. And air is no longer useful to us because we have a really good stamina, but we've got Fedeschi and we've got Del Rosario out on that spot in the front jack. So you can go away. For the moment, we still want Devante if he ever gets over that issue that he's having. So yeah, I still think we're looking for tire people, but we did pick up one in Luis. So that is something. Car repairs are in for Munich. We want brakes and suspension. And of course we're working on our spoiler. So we're going to want to max these out. And I think we want to keep this going until we get that spoiler, just like we did last time with the suspension. Bunch of scouting going to be in. Okay, and there's our spoiler. Among other things, Loic Duval, almost a 4-star driver. Augusto Farfus, very strong driver. Pay driver. Struggles if we've got a top sponsor. Optimist. Very, very nice driver. Obviously would be one we'd want to get. Not going to join the WTCR. We can always take a look at these guys again at the end of the year. Jamie Green. And again, you know, this is one of those where we're not going to get these if we don't move up. So that's really where our goal is at the time. And is Shader going to leave AMG? Interesting. Alright, now we've got our spoiler in, and we're definitely going to want to get that ready for the next race. So we'll yank that out. How long does it take to get it full? 14. So we should be able to get it up to 90% with 12 staff. And that would get these ready just before the race. We'd be able to put the spoiler in there for a bit of work. All of that is good. Now we have to decide what to do next, though, on our parts. Like, what do we want to get a second max part on? And that's going to be already 4 of the 10 possible parts that we're going to have maxed out by the time this race hits. And we've got almost 4 months left of work to do. So we don't have to worry yet about like we're going to run out of time. I'm mostly just concerned with, what's our highest ranking parts. The engines are already in all the way. We could get 422 is the brake. I think clearly the gearbox is lower than anything else. I'm going to go with a second gearbox. That'll be 21 days. Yep, we're going to do it anyway. And that'll take us just past the next race. Our overall is now up to second. Only ComToU has a better car. And that's because they've got a faster engine. I still think our spoiler is ninth. Of course, they may not think so once we get the improved one in. And let's see, 58% with 10 days to go. We need 14 to max it out. 12 should be enough, if not a bit high for that. And we're going to debate the points system now, whether we're going to just give out points to the top drivers or what's going to happen lower on. Claire Decker says I'm pretty creamy. Ha ha ha. More scouting going on. Alright, happy with our current position, as they should be, and we're going to get the vote done. Now, we do not care about anything that happens here because we're not planning on being around for it. We're just going to abstain. Not looking good for this vote. Lots of people don't want it to happen. Making a comeback, but not enough of one. Barely rejected, though. 7-6. Still, it is rejected. And so we will continue to have points for top 10. Even next year when we're, hopefully, not around. And the final vote of the year, no bonus payments for last place. We'll be abstaining again from that, unless something terrible happens. Telemetry Center getting close, but not there yet. See where we're at here now. 8 days. I'm going to bump it down to 11, I think. More scouting. Munich, 38 laps, 3.1 miles. Says there are likely to be some rain. Our forecast disagrees. It says sunny the whole time. Good suspension is going to be key. Super soft and soft tires. Wants to have a simulator so we can boost our spoilers. We're working on other things right now, and we could, I've got the money. I could be throwing more into the HQ, but I really don't think I want to do that right now. I think I want to save the money for what we might need for the chassis, for hiring people at the end of the year. I think I'm done building stuff in the HQ for the time being. So 4 days left. I think we can take this down to 10 and might be able to survive getting a bit lower. Munich, we're expected to do very well. Said our car suits it. Excellent. And Jake Hughes is also feeling the same way. Looking really strong for Munich. Put in a lot of effort. Make sure we'll give them a good show. Annette Georgi is our underdog, hoping to do something. Doing endurance races. Well, that would be cool, but we're not to endurance racing yet. Performance finished, so let's boost something else. Naturally, that's going to be our new suspension. Or spoiler, rather. Well, it's already at 88%, so we just need that little bit of boost. Okay. We're going to work on the spoiler next. On to Munich. Nothing important there. So about 5 days on that. And we don't need you out there anymore. We'll throw that just because break out again. Boost performance as much as we can. And now we're going to want to get the spoiler out. And Hughes has the worst one. No complaints if we bump him up. There's our sponsor. And for our parts, we have Szabo figuring 18th. That's not too great. Hughes expecting to get first. So a really big difference between them, and I'm thinking it's got to be part related. You know, Szabo just doesn't have enough of the top level parts yet. So we predicted sunny all weekend, and of course it's raining. Perfect. And it's going to be raining. It's going to continue to be raining so far as we can tell. So, yeah, so much for working on our tires. We'll definitely be going out there with inters. That's probably a bit much. Let's come back to about there. And the Svaneborg. Wow, you want a lot of weight up this way. Temperature-wise, it's going to be pretty cool this weekend, it looks like. Let's see how high we can get our trim this time. Can we hit level 3 again, or at least level 2? Szabo driving well, Svaneborg iffy. Both cars liking the handling early on. It's a bit disconcerting to see Svaneborg out racing Szabo here early on. Had that happen last race as well. Bunch of cars out on dry tires, which basically makes no sense at the moment. Zabo wants more weight in the front. That we should be able to do. And it's going to dry out late. But I don't know if that's going to be enough for us to do anything with it. It looks like we're not going to get past level 2 trim. So I think we go to level 2 on the inters and race trim. And then we just stick with everything else. Which means it's time to come in. Both drivers driving very well right now, which is nice. Svaneborg will come in first. And good across the board. Gives us 86%, but also not a real good hint on where to go. We definitely are going to want to move this down lower, probably as low as it'll go. And I'm just going to guess that we're going to go the understeer and top speed direction. I don't really know. We're just going to see what happens with that. And Zabo, what do you say? You said you wanted more weight in the front. Let's go with about there for now. And those are enough offset that I'm just going to leave them as they are and just see what you think of them. And we'll come back in for another reading. Svaneborg not liking the handling changes. Surprised by how well we're doing, but again, a lot of other cars going on dry tires, which is going to benefit them if, and it's a big if, we don't have anything weird going on during the race. If it's dry during the race, they're going to do well. If it's wet, we'll do well, so... Doesn't like the speed balance either. It's getting really dry out there, but I'm going to push it through one more lap so that we can get our level 2. And then we'll come in. Although, frankly, it's not going to do any good to come in at that point. We're going to be about out of time. Yeah, so we'll just ride this out. Okay, they came in anyway. So we'll just sit in here. Obviously, we've got a lot of work to do on our setup. But we've got level 2. So that's what we'll have to live with. Looking decent overall. Of course, a bunch of them passed us on dry tires. That won't mean much when it comes to qualifying. We'll just have to see what happens there. And they have nothing particular to say about our practice. Sebastian low bracing engine sounds like a badger with irritable bowel syndrome. Joke never gets old. Alright, all we've got to use is inter tires, which we're probably not going to need here. So we're basically not going to have any bonuses for qualifying. We are going to be dry, it appears. So the other car is going to be looking better than we are, but most importantly, can we do something about this setup? Went from okay to great. I'm going to guess maybe a little bit lower speed. More understeer. And more acceleration. It's a weird combo, but it's what he wants. Okay. So we're going to want to go at least that much, and then let's try that. Then perhaps make further adjustments. That'll be our first attempt with Szabo and Hughes. Good and great. Okay, we want to lower the speed more, that's obvious. We need more oversteer. And more acceleration. And we'll go with that. So definitely lots of work to do there, and I'm hoping we get some good results from this. Both drivers looking amazing right now, but unfortunately the faster track later on, hopefully they will still be looking alright by then. Szabo already sliding. I think we can get 2 start and stops out of this track. Hoping we can, because I think we're going to need them. Szabo keeping it high and Hughes sliding down. Okay. Well, we're almost there. 95%, we just need to fix the speed. Good. Okay. And good. Alright, so we need more acceleration, obviously. So we'll try that. Hughes, what do you say? You say 98, even better. Good. Great. Continuing to be great. And I can't push it anymore. I can maybe do that and put it right in the middle. We'll give that a whirl. You know, I'm wondering about if we're going to have enough time here. Oh boy, I hope I didn't screw this up. We'll find out. We're definitely going to want to send Zabo out like immediately when he comes back in. Yeah, this is going to be close. Okay. Good. Your car is perfect. You switch tires and go. Hughes. Made it worse. 96%. Okay. We'll stick with that 98. And that'll take you a little bit longer to fix. And you switch tires and go. We don't have time to wait for anything else. We may have just enough time and we may not. Boy. I think we're going to be just a little bit late. I think Hughes is definitely going to be late. Might be able to get a time out of Zaba. This is disastrous. Nope, not gonna make it. Ugh. Ugh, 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 ugh. Only seconds late, but now we get no times. We're gonna start at the back of the field. Ugh. Well, that's a setback I didn't need. Lose the money, but more importantly, for our promotion hopes, AMG's up there in 7th and 8th are going to be chasing them all day. Doggone it. So, yeah, they're saying they're not the same league as us as we just... Oh, that one's on me. I just didn't have quite enough time to do that second start and stop. Well, we're going to have to see what we can pull out here. So we're definitely be looking to play the long game here. 38 laps. Either a super and a soft or two supers, depending on how things go. We'll, of course, go aggressive at the beginning and try to move up the field. And with the temperatures that low, I'd like to go with two supers. So I need to try to get these through the first half of the race. Decker and Mortara up front. Well, at least Hughes is driving well on this one. We'll start with Zabo. Let's see how much we can make up for my mistakes. Well, that wasn't encouraging. There you go, Szabo. There you go, up into the middle of the pack with that nice little move. Richard going wide. Hughes is in 23rd, so not having as much success. Now he's starting to move up. 14th and 19th. So we're definitely progressing. Now, 15th now. And we're right behind our, Szabo is. Sixteenth and 18th. Come on, use this straightaway, Szabo. Get by. I didn't say sit directly behind and be patient. Slow down to push on the tires now. And there's Hughes taking that spot away. He's now our top driver at the moment. 17th and 18th is not where I wanted to be at this stage. Come on, Jake, do something. Yeah, that's going to put you on the wrong side of the turn, though. Szabo locks up, even better. We're going to go down to high and neutral now. And I really think I need to cool off the tires so I can get 2 sets out of it. There's Szabo trying to slingshot around the inside again. Then Hughes gets it back. Shader's up there in 6th, but our, well, up in 11th. Okay. They are still ahead of us. Not a huge amount ahead of us. At least our isn't. See if Hughes can stick now up in 15th. I just got to hope for a slow progression up through the pack, I think. 14th now. And Philippi on softer tires, so the sooner we get by, the better there. I think we got it. He was up to 13th. Szabo not really able to follow him up right now. I don't know if Hughes has the speed to get by Georgi or not. Appears to be just slightly faster, but I don't know if it's enough. Well, now he's getting alongside. Let's push a little more, see if we can make this happen. Oh, Georgi crashes. I don't think there's any way we're going to get through this on one set, though. So I think we're just going to be pushing soft tires hard for our second set if we come in with a one stop. In any case, down to one car between Hughes and our. Szabo is just sort of hanging out there. Let's go ahead and push his tires up a little bit. Come on. Come on, Jake. Get by. Thought we were going to have it there. I'm going to push you. You're obviously faster. Just get by. There it is. Back to neutral. And I think I'm just going to go with, softs for that second set and just try to push these tires. And Hughes, take a lap at medium, see what that does for you. You're at 1.28 on the fuel. Sliding in now, right behind our. Well, I wasn't expecting you to make a move here. But I still want to see the fuel situation. Szabo up to 14th. Now let's go for it here. We don't have a lot of fuel to use now. I'm going to back off Szabo, but let Hughes go for one more lap because I really want to get this pass. Come on. Thought I had it. Now I think I do. See if we can put some distance between us now and get Giovinardi. There we go. Inside line. Up to 9th. Oriola's next. There it is. Okay, may have started off a little rough, but that's a very nice lap. Let's go and back off to neutral for the moment. Szabo is in 13th. Not sure if we'll get much higher. He'd have to get by Huff. Hughes in 8th. And Shader is only 2 spots ahead now, less than 4 seconds. So with a fast pit stop, I mean, if Hughes got ahead of Shader and Szabo were to catch we're going to turn something out of this race. We're going to make something out of this abysmal turd beginning. I think I'll go and speed up through some of this. Just going to be tweaking the tires at this point. I'm going to keep the throttle where it is. If Hughes gets close enough to Berman, I'd like to make that pass. Saving his tires for that. Meanwhile, Szabo's sort of right between cars. Not far behind Auer now, who has bumped up to 10th now. Got to make this sooner rather than later, though, if we're going to do it. Go on Berman. I'm going to go for it. Just see if we can close up this gap and make the pass. We are gaining. We're also wearing out our tires. Come on, Jake. You're driving well. Make this happen. Think you're going to get it here, maybe. Alongside. Come on. Even. Now going around the wrong side of the turn. I think we got it. Okay, switch to neutral. Probably not going to catch Shader. Shader has more wear left on the tires, but we're right in behind now. So at this moment, we would only get 6 points. AMG would only get 10. CYOT making a charge. Suri going for the second win in a row, and CYOT could end up being our biggest threat here. Still, 2.5 seconds behind Shader if we can make up the ground in the pit stop, which we should be able to. And then Szabo catching Auer is a little more dicey. Go and push out whatever you've got left in those tires. Yep, want them both to push. Now the gap between them, 7, 8, 9 seconds, that's enough. Under 2 seconds. Szabo slowly catching Giovinardi. May or may not be able to get by. And this is going to be our last lap. We're going to switch to softs. 9% risk. Now we're just going to try to stay out there for the rest of it. Szabo form up. Let's see if he can make anything happen here. He's falling further and further behind Auer. And here's Hughes coming in with a first to pit. That's usually not a good thing. Lost sub 6 second pit time for the first one that I've seen. We're pushing on these tires a lot. Hughes out in 20th. 23rd for Szabo. So we've got lots of ground to make up. And Chris Richard cutting a corner there. Almost got by us, but he's going to pay for that. Szabo with lots of room in front of him. And Hughes going after Bonanni next. We just want to make up as much time as we can where we can and wait for the super soft cars to come in. Hughes right now appearing to be going about as fast as is our leaders. There's Richard coming in. Oh, and Szabo came out right behind, but then looks like we're going to get ahead. Yep. So that takes care of Richard's penalty. I'd really like to get ahead of Bonanni here with Hughes before I have to back off on the tires. Less than a second. Hughes is not driving as well as he was earlier. Both drivers driving well, but Hughes was up around 9 for quite a while. Closing it down, but unable to get by. Looking for that opportunity. I need it to come soon. Almost ducked inside there. Did on that one. I think we might have it. But the turn's going to go the other way now. Yep, we lost it. And we're not going to get any more out of these tires. Not for the moment. Still going to go for it again. I think I've got a little bit of fuel, but not very much. I'm going to have to back off with Szabo as well. It's gradually catching up to Morbidelli. So this is just an unfortunate situation for Hughes. Really needed to make that pass, and now it's going to be, he's just getting slowed down. Driving a little better now, up at 7.8. Suri coming in and having to repair. So that's a big deal. Alright, I'm going to go for it here and use a little bit of fuel that I may not have. I want this pass. Come on. Now hold it. For Pete's sake, hold it. Okay. Now if you can just keep Benani behind you. So with Suri dropping down there, Comtoyu not getting nearly as many points, and we're not coming in again, so we're not going to give many free chances to pass us. It looks like a bunch of cars here are just trying to run those super softs low and then go with 2 super soft sets. Giovinardi comes in and we pick up another spot. And, you know, Nagy, Martin, other Nagy, all of these we're just waiting for them to go in. Szabo still is several seconds ahead of him. So I want to be not as aggressive on his tires. Let's see if Hughes can do something here with a push on his tires, because he's right up behind these drivers. I'd rather get by him sooner than later. It's a nice 3-pack here that have almost a 3-second gap after we get through them. Coming out of the pits just behind us is Decker. So another reason to be pushing here and trying to get by. There's one. Maybe a second. And Hughes up to 11th, maybe. He's fighting there with Katzberg. I think we got it, though. Now then, Katzberg comes back on the inside. Doggone it. Then Hughes goes by again. Back and forth they go. Got it now, so I'm going to back off a bit. Martin and Nagy are next. And Hughes is in 11th. 6 of the 10 drivers ahead of him have badly worn super softs. So he's going to be shooting up the pack quickly. And as long as Decker is stuck behind Katzberg, we're going to be very happy. Oh, that just ended. Still, it cost her some on her tires. Not a lot, but some. Still don't think we have a lot of fuel to play with. Szabo gradually catching Morbidelli. And Decker's going to go by. I don't think we can stop this. We might be able to get Decker back later. Maybe. For now, I'm just going to let her go. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Oh, Hughes. Oh. That is exactly the kind of nightmare I didn't need right there. Hughes was going to finish probably on the podium. Well, Munich has turned into a disaster. I'm going to start pushing with Szabo because his tire temps are getting a little bit low. Got more cars coming in and pitting. Gets by a couple drivers that came in. More are going to come in, but I mean, we're going to be lucky to get any points out of him. Our maybe not finishing in the points. Shader will. So yeah, this is, oh, just ugly. Ugly, 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 ugly. There's no other word for it. Hour trying to come up behind Szabo, so I really want to push this right here. Get as much as I can. 15 laps to go, and I think we're going to have maybe a bit of extra fuel, but not much. And I just need Szabo to start driving better, really. In comes Martin. Gets us a spot. And I'm going to use some fuel here. Don't have a lot to use, but what I have I'm going to use. And I don't even know if it's going to be enough. Nope, it's not. Can we at least afford to stay ahead of Huff? Nope. So we'll drop it back down to medium. More cars coming in. Szabo up to 12th. I think the best we can hope for is get a point or two out of him and hope AMG doesn't get up too high. I don't know of anything else we can get out of this race. Most of the cars that have come in are going to come in have. Here comes Raquelme. And Katzberg. Okay, well we're up to 10th now. That's something. But then Shader's up to 4th and our 8th. That's going to help AMG more than it helps us. Yeah, they get 16 points now and we have 1. So, points leader Jake Hughes crashing. It's his first crash of the year. He's been very reliable. I don't even know if he had any crashes for me last year. We haven't been particularly unlucky with that at all. It just sucks. This whole race has sucked. Watch the qualifying, getting the crash. There's no redeeming it. Shader up to second. Szabo getting up to 8th, but I don't know that he holds it. Go and push the tires. Try to stay ahead of Berman. I don't have any fuel to use, so I'm just going to use the tires for what I can. 3.3. Szabo. Seriously. Holding off Berman for the moment. We don't have a lot of tires left to use. And if he was even driving at about 5 or 6, I would feel that he had a chance to do this. Yeah, we're out of tires and we lost the spot. Back to 9th. So that's 26 for AMG and just 2 for us. Well, we lost the lead at the halfway point of the season and got it back. And we're not going to lose the lead here, I don't think. Auer has some work to do. Maybe Shader catches Decker, but otherwise... Who's Decker race for, by the way? Ivan Mueller. Okay. But yeah, we're going to lose ground on all our competitors. We definitely wouldn't have if Hughes hadn't crashed. Even with the qualifying issue. If Hughes doesn't crash, we're fine. We do appear to be holding off Giovinardi, so we can probably finish 9th here. Szabo driving better also, so we might have a shot at getting back at Berman once his tires bake out more. That was his best lap of the race. Oh, why couldn't you do that a few laps ago, buddy? Still within 20 seconds, having started at the back. There's just so many things that could have gone better here that didn't. Munich is just a fail. And now he's starting to fall behind. Berman has picked up the pace. Mola going wide, but still holding in 5th, it appears. Looks like Decker is going to edge out Shader, but that is not certain. Shader is starting to catch up. Oh boy, now making a bigger progression. Yeah, driving very well and aggressively. Mortara having mechanical problems. That's interesting. That could get us a spot. Let's see if we can push here and gain any ground. Philippi is coming up fast. So we're very much in danger of losing another spot, especially with Szabo having dipped down slightly below average form. Five laps to go, trying to hold it, but not going to do it. Down to 10th. And then there's the Raquelme right behind. Thing is, I can't afford to burn the tires at this rate anymore, so I've got to switch that down as well. Barely going to have enough fuel to finish if I do. So there's nothing I can do about this. Szabo may not even get a point. I really want to stay in the top 10. I mean, he is going to get us our sponsor bonus, but I still want to stay in the top 10. Four laps to go. Raquelme charging. We're holding it for now. I have nothing to spare. Oh my, here it goes. Back to 11th. So we can forget about that. No points at all for us. AMG, Ivan Mueller doing well. W Racing doing well. Can't afford to push anything here. There's nothing left to use. And it's really not a terrible result when you start from the back. I can't afford for things like that to happen. And on to the final lap. All these cars are going to leg it out. We're just going to go low for just a bit. There we go. And hope that we can even hang on to 11th. Chadwick right behind. Nagy's there. Our tires now in the red zone. Nope. Gonna lose that too. Gonna lose the sponsor bonus. Gonna lose everything. Ugh. Well, that really does make this an unmitigated disaster. Yes, I absolutely concur. Yuck. So I botched the qualifying. We make almost no money. Hughes crashes. Yeah. That's Munich. Decker with the pole position. Berman, or Robert Huff rather, getting the fastest lap. The one drive-through penalty for Chris Richards. And that's it. Hughes remains in first. Szabo remains 23rd. We still have the lead, but we lost most of it. And frankly, there's now 4 to 5 teams within striking distance here. There's a top 5, and then there's everybody else. Pretty clear division there. And I still think we're going to promote, but I just made it a lot harder on myself than it needed to be. We crossroad to get in the middle. I guess it could have been worse. Not sure how. Well, I guess, yeah, we could have had Szabo crash too. You should not be happy-ish, but hey, glad to have your support. Hughes had a 7.3 until he crashed. One of his best showings of the year got ruined. His morale gets tanked. No trait changes. So, yeah, I mean, Szabo had a good performance in Dubai, and then it's been very meh, a little below average here in Tondela and Munich. He does get soft tires wear more slowly as an option, so he's starting to boost the mechanic thing. Other than that, we finished 9th. Expected to be 8th. Chairman happiness is down. Marketability is down. Money is not great. Yes, we're going to forget about Munich. We're going to move on to Tondela. We do now have the best car in the grid. Yay, let's start performing like it. We're going to move on to Tondela, where Hughes is going to have a bonus. He's going to come back. He's going to have a strong race there. And Szabo is going to pull his head out of his posterior. I hope. In any case, that'll be up next time. My apologies for the poor showing this race. I will try to do better. We're going to try to finish off this promotion. See you soon.